Hello, welcome to another episode where I show what I've currently done in my platformer game that I'm writing on Unreal Engine. So I'll just start this up, and when I move around here you can see there's a couple of lines there, and if I run all the way up the top here you can see there's another line here. So what I've implemented is a zip line. And if I jump onto that zip line, you can see that I'll slide down and I'll slide down the next one. The way this is working at the moment is if I hold down the jump key, it will go through the zip line. So here I can jump all the way through it just by holding down the jump key. I'm not sure if that's the mechanism I want to keep it with, but if I go onto it, I can also jump at the end of it. But I can't at the moment jump while I'm on there, just because I haven't implemented that at the moment. I'm still using the standard player movement controller and its jump functionality, so I haven't implemented the ability to jump off it, because when I'm sliding down there I change the movement mode to that will no longer allow it to jump anyway. So I'll just have to do a bit of that implementation myself. But it's quite good now. I can slide down, fall off, slide down another one. Further to this, I'll want to later have it that you can possibly use them as jump up points, possibly. But I'm quite happy with how the functionality works at the moment. And so what I can do here also, you can see I'm sliding down. If I go out of this, I can set here a traverse rate. So at the moment it takes 2 seconds to go down. I can change the traverse rate to 1, which will make it 1 second to go down. So if I jump on this one again, go all the way up the top, and the second one I'll go down much faster. So if I change the traverse rate, you got to base it on that it's a second normally, and you reduce it down, that rate down to make it take longer. So I can say I want it to take around 3 seconds instead of 1 second, and then when I go up here, this one I'll still go, I was holding jump down, so that was proving that that works. But here it'll take much longer to go down this one now. So it would be useful for being able to set different ones to go at different speeds. It'd probably be useful if I made it that the actual steepness of it is what made it happen. But there's other stuff, like I can now rotate this. So rotate it, say, up like that instead. And this might give away how it works a bit, but if I go onto here, you see it goes up instead of down. So what we have is a start point and an end point, and so it will go along that line, and it'll go from wherever you initially get onto the line. So if I jump on at the middle here, that didn't work. It'll slide down from the middle. It probably didn't work there because the collision went past it. But you can see it slides down from the middle, so that's working how I want. But it gives some interesting functionality that you can actually slide up and do some weird behavior there. If it's going a bit too fast, it goes right through. That's because the collision box that it's using manages to make it all the way through without hitting. I might look at fixing that. I'm not really fussed with that at the moment. You can see here it's quite a convoluted piece of code to do what it's doing, and taking this away from being blueprints and putting in its C++ should really improve how that looks to me anyway. I don't like the spaghettiness of blueprints too much. and I do prefer the look of C++ code. What I've got here is I've got my Zipline, and what it is a cable component. I could probably use a spline mesh component instead of a cable component, but I've just used that for now. It's got a box component as its collider, and then it's got a spline which is used for the positioning and moving along that spline. And then on the person character here, I've got a box above them, so this is where it will grab onto the zipline, and that box there is what's actually going through, causing it not to collide. And if I go into my event graph here, I'm using I've still got the standard overlap functionality, but I've also got another one here that only checks for if it's colliding our little box component, which I've called box and should probably fix up the name, checking if that collides with the zipline, and if it does, then I can start sliding along it. That's all I've got. If anybody wants to see, I guess, how I have implemented it, I could show that in a tutorial or something, but let me know how you like it. Thanks. Bye.